everybody, this is Riley Phillips from Fildo Boats. Today we're going to be going over the 36 Grand Coupe. So the 36 Grand Coupe does replace the 35 Sport Coupe. This is a brand new design for 2022. The differences between the 35 and the 36, the 35 does have an open enclosure, so it does have an open cockpit where it has the galley downstairs. So on the 36, they utilize this space. They close it off with the salon glass door. They bring the galley from the cabin underneath to upstairs in the cockpit. And then they do add the double walk-around walkthroughs on port and starboard side. And then it does have the center walkthrough where you can go through the cockpit and access the bow easily too. All right, so we just got out here on the lake. I'm going to open up the engine compartment and go over that with you guys. So here you're gonna have your Volvo Penta dual 380 V8s. So these are these two motors here. Back here in the white box, that's going to be your sea keeper to hold the boat steady when you're underway. And then here next to the sea keeper is your Fisher Panda diesel generator. And then if you look to the left of the generator, you're going to have your battery boxes. And then above your batteries, you're going to have your Halon fire suppression system. So Regal did a really great design on this. As you can see, this is a humongous swim platform. And they also put these ventilations down on the swim platform. That way, when you're underway, it doesn't have all that air tucked under, and it lets the boat kind of breathe as it's moving. And then you can also see that it is standard to have a underwater swim platform. So this is really nice for when you're anchored off. Over here, you do have a freshwater shower that can connect to dockside water, or you can fill up the freshwater tank on the boat. Moving towards the cockpit, I want you guys to look at how Regal decides. This is their back patio, as you will. So they do give you this kind of recliner chair where you can lay out and enjoy this area. They also give you this ultra lounge seat or your chase seating. So you can face the bow. You have this little lever here that will release it, and then you can pull it back so you can face the stern of the boat. And then if you hit it one more time, you can recline it all the way and really enjoy this whole area back here. This seat is actually on an electric slide, and with the switch of a button, this whole chair right here will move back 12 inches. Another great way to utilize this area, they put an electric smokeless grill here. So that way when you're enjoying this area, you can be cooking your hamburgers and hot dogs. And to make sure that your cabin and cockpit doesn't feel excluded, you can come in here, open your salon glass door, lower this window here, and now your passengers from your cockpit and your patio can now interact with each other and enjoy the nice smokeless grill. All right, moving here in the cockpit, I want you guys to really look at this area and how Regal utilizes it. So in the 35 Grand Coupe, the galley was downstairs, and in this 36 Grand Coupe, they used all of this area to move the galley up here. That way when people are downstairs in the cabin, they're not feeling left out or separated. So they wanted to make this one area because this is where you're going to be spending most of your time. So up here, you do have an electric single burner stove. You have your trash can in here, and then you do have your freshwater sink. So everything is really easy to get to, and it's all standard on this boat. You do have a lockable glove box, and you also do have two refrigerators here, which we did choose for this. You can have a single fridge and a single freezer, just depending on how you option it. And then as you come in, you're going to see all of your seating. So you have this nice lounge chair here, and then you can move all of these seats in to bring in the entertainment. Speaking of entertainment, I want you guys to look at what Regal has here, and that is the television that is hidden in the roof. So we'll bring that down, and what is really nice is you can put this to any channel you want if you're hooked up to your antenna or coaxial cable at dockside. And you can also have your screens from your Helm paired to the TV, and your passengers can see exactly what the captain's seeing. All right, so down here under your freshwater sink, you do have your thermostat for your Dometic air conditioning system. There are two different thermostats, so two different air conditioning units on here. This one is for the upstairs, and the second one is downstairs in your cabin. This is really nice, so if you're having two sets of people, one in your cockpit and downstairs in your cabin, they can both have their own air conditioning, or one can have the air conditioning and one can have the heat on. Just depends on how you want to run it. Moving up here towards the helm, Regal's done a really good job making this a really sleek and easy design. They've put everything in a great place. So if you look over here, you're going to see that there is a wireless charger, which is really great. You don't have to keep it plugged in all day. And then you do have your trim tabs here, which are going to be standard, as well as your joystick and your EBC throttle. Up here towards the screen, you are going to have an option for a bow thruster. This boat does have one, so that will be right here. And then you're going to have all of your analog switches here. You're going to have your Fusion radio, your key switches, VHF radio to connect to other boaters or offshore. And then here you're going to have all of your alarm systems. So you're going to have your high water alarm, your fire suppression system, which is that halon in the engine compartment. And then you're going to have your CO2 monitor for the cabin. There's also a vent over there for the air conditioning, so that fresh air will be hit onto your captain. And then also I want you to see that Regal does do a really good job with their teak designs. So they do add this platform here for the captain to give a little bit more inches so he can see for visibility, and you can store that away. It's really nice to step on here. You can either use your bolster seat or that platform to help you look and be able to see what's oncoming. Another little feature here are these dual Garmin screens. I have them set up to where I have combo screens, so I can have navigation in my Echo Fish Finder and also navigation here, or I can come out here on both screens. We'll set this one up if I want to see like my view, where I can see all of my instruments, or I can come in here and set up any other sonar echo charts. So up here on the helm, there is a switch for the retractable sunroof. So on a really nice day like today where it's sunny, or if you want to go out on a cool day, you can open this sunroof and really bring all that fresh air in here. So now it really opens up this area and it makes this whole cockpit just this ginormous area that you want to hang out in. Let's move down to the cabin and check this out. So down here in the cabin, you will see that in the front berth, you will have a short queen bed. There are two lampshades on either side of the bed, as well as electrical outlets as USBs or the 110 volt chargers. On your starboard side, you will see that there is a little closet there where you can keep your books or anything, as well as a full closet where you can keep all of your clothes. On the back of the closet, you'll see that you do have a television screen, and that will also pair to your coaxial cable if you're dockside, or it will pull your gauges from your captain's quarters. So in here, this is your wet head. You do have an area for a dry sink where you can wash your hands, and then there is a side where you can use your bathroom as well as take a shower. Moving here on the port side, you will have your microwave here. And then behind this panel is your AC/DC panel where you're going to access all of your electricals, as well as where you're going to turn on your Fisher Panda generator. Moving behind this is where you're going to have your second Dometic air conditioning thermostat. And then above that is where you're going to have your panel for your Seakeeper. You can access this here or on the dash. So here in your mid-berth, you do have your double couch. This is a great area for entertainment. You can watch television or have your chart plotter on, see what the captain's seeing. Or when you're having guests stay with you, you can turn this into a bed and allow them to spend the night with you. And then there also is port and starboard windows, so you can see we're underway right now. And this is a great area for sunlight to come in, and it just opens up the room. And then to give you some privacy, they do include some curtains here that will shut this off so it feels like you're in a separate room from the people in the V berth.